This is my second speech for oral communications at Marion Technical College. Every day we wake up and we drive our cars to work, to the store, to the beach, to our friend's house. But little do we know that there are lots of parts of your car that are welded together. Welding plays a huge part in our day-to-day lives, whether we know it or not. There are lots of different products in the world that are welded together, but mostly I will be focusing in this information on welding in the automotive industry. My name is Thomas Crawford, and I have 12 years of fabrication and welding experience in the automotive industry. Welding has been used for over 2,000 years for fabrication and production. It is a high demand process and a very skilled trade. There are over hundreds of different applications where welding is very important. Would it be in the medical field for different types of surgical machines? Would it be for production of manufacturing machines? There are 3 different types of common welding practices, which are gas, arc, and laser welding. According to the Association for Advancing Automation, GM, in 1967, was the first to have a robot that welded spot welds on the assembly lines, which gained a lot of attention from other automotive companies. There are 3 different types of commonly used welding practices, which are gas, arc, and laser. Gas welding is when you use a fuel gas and oxygen to create a very high heat source to melt 2 pieces of metal together using a flame. It is one of the more common practices in high industries, but it is also more of a high industry use and not as much as a common use. Second would be arc welding, which is when you use an electrode plus electricity at a high level to create an arc which consumes the electrode. It is an inexpensive yet a very effective way of welding these days. Today I actually have an arc welder with me, and I will give you kind of a run through of what it is. So an arc welder is what uses electricity, and this would be an inverter. So it inverts high amounts of energy and you use it to create a circuit. You take the piece of metal that you're working on, and you would clamp one piece with this side, and then you use the positive side with the electrode to create the circuit, which then consumes the electrode while welding. This is a very commonly used practice, and it is a very inexpensive one, which is why it is the most popular. The third type of welding would be laser welding. Laser welding is a fusion welding process which uses a laser beam on a concentrated heat source to fuse 2 pieces of metal together instantaneously. The equipment to operate and conduct laser welding is very expensive and also very fragile. So it is one of the least used practices of welding these days. Welding plays a big part of our lives, and it is becoming a very high demand job these days, which I feel is a good reason to inform everybody on the importance of welding and inform on the processes in which welding takes place in our daily lives. Thank you.